Hello again, Stolfa's here with you once again. This time I am with raid leader Gong. You've seen the video right there. He's the guy that just put down that star marker. Gong, what are you doing here? Tell folks what are you doing. You're setting up range markers, but how are you doing it? What are you doing?
Well, we're setting up the range markers. We need to set up a range of about 50 yards, and I use the rangefinder / range. You can set the range to, I believe, 20 is a good marker, and then just have people mark off until we get about 50 yards. What it does is it prevents Rip Limb from running back to Shannox and keeping that debuff on the tanks. So the longer we can keep that Rip Limb from getting to Shannox with the spear, the better chance of those stacks dropping, which is a great thing. So that's what I'm doing right now. I've got those two marks, and as you see, those two right here are 50 yards apart. And there again, it will prevent us from having the buff from hitting us again, or keeping the stacks up.
Now you're saying the star and the diamond are 50 yards apart.
That is correct.
Okay, and you keep Shad over on the purple diamond, right?
Yeah, that's where I keep them. That way we can, if I have to, move up the ramp with them. Since we've cleared this area of all trash, it makes it easier for movement, because you're going to be moving a lot in this fight. Shannox likes to drop the two different types of traps, and he will drop them a lot around melee range of him, so I'm constantly having to move. Rip Limb is the off-tank pup, and Rage Face is the first to die DPS down pup.
Yeah, so we got the skull on him, and here comes the boss getting ready to pull. You're gonna see that skull is gonna go onto me. He's got random random aggro on him. And I'm not gonna beat on him just to show that. So, yeah, I didn't do anything to pull it. He'll aggro onto somebody randomly. Don't be scared. It's supposed to happen.
Yeah, he has no rage table, or no threat table, I mean. And basically what they're doing here is all DPS are on Rage Face. They are, you want some heavy hitters in there, someone that can do 30k plus DPS in one shot with a crit. What happens is he goes, he goes into a what they call a face rage, and he will attack somebody and knock them down. But as long as you have people that can do that 30k, it'll knock him out of that. When he does go into face rage, he gets a 50% chance to be crit while he's in there, so that's why you want that to happen. And it goes away at any damage single target shot at 30,000 or more. So right now, that's what all the DPS are doing, is just getting him down. Our off tank is taking care of Rip Limb, keeping him separate from Shannox here. And what happens is when Shannox throws his spear, he will throw it towards Rip Limb. So what our off-tank does is when that happens, you'll see a little red light, little icon show up. Like right there, you see that's where that spear is going to happen. And you also see the circle where the flames shoot out. So what our off-tank will do is move Rip Limb away from that circle as much as he can to make it where he takes that much longer, because what he does is he follows the tank for a little while, and then he'll turn around and go to the spear. So that whole time he's not DPSing on the tank, he's not putting those debuffs on the tank, and neither is Shannox, because Shannox doesn't have his spear. So the more that happens, the better it is. Also, note that if you can position him Rip Limb, that is, to run into a crystal prism trap, that's even better.
Yeah, that's another thing I was actually about to bring up. The traps he's flinging out. He's flinging out two different types of traps. One of them is crystal prison. You can see Rip Limb's in one right now. He will target a random player and throw it at him, and if it's on you, you will see a little text bubble over your head saying, you know, Crystal Prison thrown at me, move your ass. If you're not moving your ass, you're going to be put in a prison. Yeah, you see, it just happened right there. Fickless, he got trap thrown at him, he moved out of the way, the trap landed, no problem. If you're still standing there when it's thrown at you, you're going to be in the prison, somebody's going to have to break you out of it. That's DPS or healing, that's not going to be done by you.
Right. Now, you also want to note that Rage Face, with the fact that they're moving around, oh, he's dead, so it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, Rage Face, as soon as Rage Face is dead, all your DPS goes on to Shannox, because he just got enraged, and you want to bring him down, but you're better explaining that part than I am.
Well, what we do here is, it's not necessarily all DPS, because we still want to keep the range on Rip Limb. We're trying to get them both down to about, we're going to get Shannox down to about 35%, I would say. You don't want to get under 30 before killing both ads. So you get him close to 30, I would say 35, 32, then all DPS off of Shannox until Rip Limb dies.
And see, a lot of strategies out there right now say bring both dogs down at the same time, and we found that to be a very dumb strategy, at least for us.
Well, the reason they say that is because Shannox, when a pet dies, he goes and gets a 30% buff to his haste and a 30% buff to his damage done. What we found is that with that 30% damage buff increase, it's still not as bad, because you've already relieved one of the healers from doing massive heals on whoever gets hit with the face rage. So they can focus on the tank that's taking the damage, because you will take considerably more damage. And you'll also note, you see there's like all these traps around Shannox. I am constantly getting hit with those, and I have to move. So that markers that we did in the beginning, it's just kind of the base. You see, we're kind of off, we're moving around, but we're still staying within that circular 50-yard range or so to keep them from, you don't want to go too far. If you go too far, Shannox enrages. He gets a nasty buff, and he will do tremendously more damage than if you keep them within that range.
Yeah, we just switched over to Rip Limb there. And what percentage you say you want Shannox when he gets down to, everybody gets on the Rip Limb and burn him down?
I would say between 35, 32%, every DPS. That means your totems, your pets, everything needs to come off of Shannox. That way you're not going to get him under 30. If you get him to 30 before a pet goes down, that pet will get 120% damage increase, and he just becomes nasty. So just get him down to about 35 to 32%, and then go and kill the other ad.
Once he's down, it's just, balls to the walls, get in there, kick the shit at him.
Yep, and stay out of those fire rings, because he'll throw them right at his feet. And he still throws the traps too.
Yeah, so the fire rings, to me, it's got to be one of the easiest things to avoid. You just get this big, giant warning right there, and if you're standing in it, honestly, what are you doing? Think about it.
Yeah, that is definitely true. It's very easy to avoid. Just don't panic, Keep your head, keep your cool. Watch out for the traps, and watch out for the fire circle barrage that he does there. And you've got a couple seconds to adjust before it actually goes off, so you should be all right. And there you can see how many traps he throws down in the melee area. It's just nuts. But he's an easy fight. He really is an easy fight. I mean, this is our second kill. The first kill we did the first week, we really tried to do it. We got it one-shot him, and then this is again a one-shot for this week. So good luck and have fun.
Yep. First week we were here, we looked like a bunch of idiots, and worked out our own strategy, and there you go. That's how Acta Do Shannox. And I hope you find this video informative. I'll probably be doing some more with Gong, since he knows the strats a lot better than I do. So basically, just subscribe if you like it, and keep looking out for new videos. Thanks for watching. See ya.
Bye.